What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today I figured we would take a break from fishing and look at some of the products that the companies that I've been working with that they've been releasing over the course of the spring and the summer, including probably the best jerkbait ever made is probably sitting right here next to me. Beats Mega Bass, beats the Berkley Stunner. It does all of the things that those baits do. It combines all of them into one bait, and it's half the price. We're going to talk about that at the end. But we're going to go through rods that Level's released, especially since tournament seasons, especially for our high school and college kids, is coming back right around the corner. If you're looking to get some new gear, try some new stuff, this is definitely a video you're going to want to check out, because if all of this gear is amazing, and it is a lot cheaper than a lot of other brands and companies out there. That's what Bassmooch and Level are standing behind. They want to be able to offer really, really high quality, tournament ready rods, reels, or rods, lures, line, and gear that you can get that a lot of other companies have, but for a lot less of the price, or a lot smaller of a price range, so you don't have to spend as much money. So we're going to talk about some of that today. You can use code Knuckleheads15 on bassmooch.com and get any of what I'm talking about, all of it. You can get every single thing that I talk about in this video on bassmooch.com and save 15% with the code Knuckleheads15. So these rods I'm about to talk about in a second, you can save $15 to $30 on a rod, things like that. So, but let's get into it. We're going to start over here. I have a bunch of stuff laid out for us to go over. It's not going to be a super long video, but I just want to cover some of this, and then we'll cover the jerkbait last, and I'll tell you why this jerkbait is so good. But we'll start with rods. So this year, Level is releasing 3 series, or maybe 4. 2 of them are already out. The BLAT series will be out soon. It's been ordered. And then we have another series, a swim bait series called the Chop series. It's coming soon as well. But the 2 that have been released so far have been the Level Rake series and the Level NGX-C, which is NGX Cork series. So the Rake series is their budget entry into rods. I have quite a few of these now, and I'm loving them. So these retail for $99.99. So they're $100 rods. Tackle Warehouse rated them really good. And they come in every action that you could want. 3 spinning models, 8 casting models, everything from your super finessey stuff all the way to big glides, heavy flipping, heavy punching, frog, and all that kind of stuff. You can get all the rods in the series. This one is a 7-foot medium moderate. This one is a 7-foot or no, a 6'10" medium light extra fast. So jerkbaits, crankbaits. I have a chatterbait rod and a medium fast spinning rod as well. But you can get these for $85 at code Knuckleheads15. And if you're familiar with the NGX series that Hank Cherry designed, this is the same blank that those rods are. It's the same blank. It's not, the blank's not any different. The big differences are the NGX series has the carbon fiber X-wrap going up the blank. It has carbon fiber reel seat and a carbon fiber butt. This is EVA foam on the butt and on the reel seat as well, and it does not have that X-wrap. So this is not as light as the NGX series, but it's still a super lightweight rod. One of the lightest rods you can buy for $100. So if you're looking for a budget rod, some new budget rods, you don't want to spend a ton of money on some really high quality rods that you can cover literally anything with, these will get the job done for you. Now, talking about high-end rods. So this is their highest end rod to date so far, the NGX Cork. So we're having more noise in the back. The NGX Cork is the NGX series. It's the NGX rod, same rod, but instead of EVA foam grips, it is cork instead of the EVA foam. So you get that lighter weight grip and a more comfortable feel and a more high-end quality feel than you do with the EVA foam. And the good thing about it is the regular NGX model rods, on the spinning reels or on the spinning rods, the reel seat is below the reel, or the grip is below the reel seat. Buster! On this, the reel seat or the grip is above the reel seat, so you get a more comfortable feel. That rod feels a lot lighter in your hand. But if you're wanting a high-end rod, super lightweight, so light, durable. Check these out. These are also, I think, in 11 models as well, the same models as the Rake series that I know of, at least. But getting into lures and stuff, so one of them probably, or gear. We'll talk gear, which there's been a few like gear releases, but my favorite has been the bait bags. So these are $9.99. Oh, these are the Cork series rods. These are $199.99, I think, $200. But these bait bags, these are $9.99. You get a 14 by 15 inch bait bag, so a really big bag, clear, so you can see what's inside, and you have two labels. So you get a label here and you get a label on top. So if you set it down in your boat locker like that, you're able to see what's on the label. And you can hold a ton of stuff in these, and they're really flexible too. Like you can bend them, do all sorts of stuff, and won't mess with the plastic. And a really durable YKK zipper, so the zipper is not going to break like a lot of other bags. The zipper breaks over time. The zipper will not break on you. It's a very high quality like zipper material or whatever it is, so you ain't going to worry about it. But these are awesome, very, very cheap compared to a lot of the other bigger brand bait bags, and have the same durable materials, but you get the two labels, the clear material, so you can see what's in here. And there's probably 20 packs of baits in here, and I can fit another 20 or 30. It's all shovel tails and shooter crawls pretty much. So bait bags, these are awesome. Go check these out. Next is probably it's a category. So instead of regular jigs and having like a machine tied or whatever, these are now hand tied Spanky jigs. So the Spanky jig lineup is now hand tied. All of them are hand tied. So you don't have to worry about that skirt falling off, because that was an issue we had with the last jigs, was the skirt would fall off over time. These will not fall off on you. They're all tungsten. We got the skipping jig, we have the swim jig, and then we have the football jig as well. And they come in a lot of great colors. These are the skipping jig. I'm pretty sure like all the colors are out of stock right now. But the swim jigs, if you want a tungsten jig that you're able to feel everything with, and a lot of great colors for a lot less of a price than a lot of the other high-end tungsten jigs, these are ones to check out. Both of these, you're able to skip very well. They have a flatter head. The skipping jig and the swim jig, they have a flat head, so you're able to skip these really, really well, and a really sharp, sticky sharp number 4 Cobra hook on there, so you don't have to worry about your fish coming off when you get them hooked. All right, so next, probably one of my favorites that they released. So I love fluke fishing. Fluke fishing is one of my favorite things to do on the planet, especially here in the Carolinas around all these herring. And this is a bait that can be used as a fluke, as a minnow, all this kind of stuff. This is the new, this is released like last week from filming this. This is the new Bass Smooch Draco. So it is a 5 1/4 inch minnow style bait. That tail has a ton of action, a ridiculous amount of action. It is mainly meant to be thrown on a, I think, jig head minnow or as a trailer, but I'm promise you can throw it as a fluke. It doesn't have the belly slit, but has a thin enough body, super, super soft plastic. So if you do throw this thing on a minnow, you can throw a smaller jig head, a smaller hook, and if they come and eat that minnow from the back, that tail is just going to fold in. It's just going to fold in. It's not stiff. They're not going to have a hard time eating this with a smaller head because of how soft that this plastic is on here. And it stinks, as the Mooch just sent. And also, I think it's 16 or 17 colors. So you can cover any color you need. I have, I think, 10 of the colors. But these things are definitely one you're going to want to check out. I mean, this tail has a dumb action. It's flat on the top. And you'll be able to get a lot of dumb eats on this. So our minnow lineup now consists of the Magnum could be, so the 4-inch could be, the 5.5 inch could be, the new Draco, and then the new Shimmy Shad, which just came out, I think, yesterday. The Shimmy Shad is a bait that is meant to roll ridiculously, and it has a removable tungsten ball system inside, so if you want to rattle, you can pick a rattle or no rattle in your minnow to get a little bit different presentation, which I thought was really cool. But the Draco, if you want a fluke style, soft jerkbait style bait, that can be thrown as a minnow, it's like a do-it-all bait fish presentation. Throw it as a fluke, throw it on the back of a chatterbait or a spinnerbait, throw it on a minnow, all sorts of stuff. You can do it with the Draco. I've been excited for this one for a long time, the Draco. I've been waiting on this one for a while. Matt finally released it. All right. So the next category, so the next one is really a category. So over the summer, Bass Smooch acquired a parent company called Profound Outdoors, which is founded by, I think, Timmy Horton or something. And they had some of the best crankbait, one of the best crankbait lineups of all time. The crankbaits that were in this company called Azuma, which are the ones that I have sitting next to me, they hold the all-time weight record for MLF. So they have caught the most weight out of any MLF tournament ever. But there's a ton of hard baits, crankbaits, lipless crankbaits, deep diving crankbaits, jerk baits, top waters, wake baits, all sorts of stuff that is new. And then they also have clone plastics, which I'm going to show you, and swamper jigs. But the hard baits I want to show you from Azuma, which is the ones that Timmy Horton set the weight record on, are these right here. If I can pull them out. The Z-Boss lineup of crankbaits. So I have this is the 10-foot, this is the one in the middle, this is the 8-foot diving, this is the 6-foot. And then after the 10-foot, it goes to 20, 22, and 25 diving depths. And they have a lot of other crankbaits like this. They have the clod hoppers, the square boss, all sorts of stuff. But these, what sets these apart from like a Rapala DT, the Rapala DT series crankbait, is that head right there is flat. It's not rounded off, so it kind of goes along with the bill, and this will be able to dive down to the depth quicker. It gets down to depth a lot faster than a Rapala bait would. Sticky sharp hooks right out of the box, and has a little rattle. Doesn't have a big rattle. Has a little rattle. But if you like go up to the 10, same thing. So it's got like a not a big rattle, but a good rattle. But like a lot of the baits, like the Square Boss, which is their square bill, it's a suspending square bill, and it has no rattle. It's silent. It's a silent square bill. But these are really good if you're looking for a bait that's a little bit cheaper to replace your Rapala DT crankbaits that probably do a little bit better job. These are definitely something you're going to want to check out. And then the clone plastics, two of my favorite baits so far have been the Ringo worm. Right there is a 5 1/4 inch worm, I think. We're going to be super deadly on a shaky head. It's ribbed the body all the way down, has a ton of action in the tail. And then the other one is the Crossum, which I've been using as a jig trailer here lately. Has a lot of really good action in the claws, and it has segments so you know where to bite off your craws, but a really good crawfish style presentation right there. So you can go check these out. These are also on bassmooch.com, and these are also now under the Bassmooch brand. All right, now for the moment everybody's been waiting for, the jerkbait. So you may have seen it if you follow us on social media, either me or Bassmooch or Level Rods or any of them, that this bait has been in the works for a while. I was able to throw the baits, like before they ordered all of them, I was able to throw it, and then I put my hands on one of the earliest prototypes of this bait. So it is called the HC 115 jerkbait. So this is designed by Hank Cherry. And you may be thinking, well, didn't Hank Cherry design a jerkbait with Berkeley? He did. This is the Berkeley Stunna. So this is also a Hank Cherry designed jerkbait. But the thing that is different with these two baits, I have one out of the box right here. So this is the HC 115. This is the Berkeley Stunna. They look very similar. They're not all the same. So the thing with Berkeley, I remember talking to Hank one day. Berkeley, so Hank would design a bait. So Hank also designed the Berkeley Credge. He had a hand in designing that. He said he had a really good design for it, but Berkeley will change the design to something they think is better. So he said they'll have baits designed for him, and then they will change it. And that's what they did with the Stunna. So it's a great jerkbait, but it is not exactly what Hank was wanting. And Hank is one of the best jerkbait fishermen of all time. He's won classics with a jerkbait, all sorts of stuff. Won a lot of tournaments, a lot of money throwing a jerkbait. This is raw Hank Cherry mind, brain. This is his jerkbait. This is not completely his jerkbait. This is his jerkbait. Exactly what he wanted in a bait, and it has all of the qualities that the Stunna has all the qualities that a Megabass has. Like my 4 favorite jerkbaits are the Stunna. I love throwing a Stunna. The Bill Lewis is the Bill Lewis scope stick. The 6 cents provoke, probably the best budget jerkbait. And then obviously the Megabass. This bait is pretty much a combination of the four. So what sets this part of bait, so it dives 6 to 8 foot. So he wanted like a shallow style and then a +1 style. He wanted like one in the middle. So with this bait, you're able, with the bill angle and how the bill's shaped and everything, you can throw light lines, like 10-pound fluorocarbon, and get this thing down to 6 to 8 feet, 8 to 10 feet. You can put heavier line on and keep this thing above grass, above cover, in 4 to 6 feet, or 2 to 4 feet if you wanted to. It just depends on your line size. You just have to change your line size. This bait can cover all the depths. It has flat sides. So the thing with the stunner and a lot of these other baits, except, and the Mega Bass kind of has some flat sides too, but it's a little bit wider, is the sides are rounded. These flat sides allow this bait, instead of like a finessey dart, it glides. It's very wide and erratic. So this is a wide gliding jerkbait, and that tapered tail on the back also helps with that. So that's something else to keep in mind if you want more of a gliding action, a more wide action. It's a lot different action than a lot of fish have seen. This bait will do it with those completely flat sides. And then inside, I don't know if you can see this, the Pro Blue color. Inside, you can see it on these clear colors that are like translucent. The tungsten ball weight transfer system that is in here. So whenever you cast, that ball is going to go to the back of the bait and be able to get that bait out further. And then as you're starting to move this bait, that ball is going to come back up forward. So it's not going to affect the action at all. So you're able to cast this bait really far and not mess up the action. And then it comes stock with number 5 Cobra treble hooks. So sticky sharp hooks. They're pretty much BKK hooks. So sticky sharp treble hooks right out of the box. And is a slow sinking jerkbait. It's like the stunner. It's slow. It sinks slowly. It's a very slow sinking jerkbait. It's not a perfectly suspending jerkbait. It sinks slow. This bait is $11.99. You can get this jerkbait for $11.99. You can probably get it for $10 with code knuckleheads15 on bassmooch.com, and it is available now. You can go get it now. The stunner is $15. The provokes, I think, are also $15. The Bill Lewis jerkbaits, I think, are like $13 or $15. Mega Bass jerkbaits, $25, $12 for a bait that will probably beat, depending on the situation in the day, that'll beat out the rest of those. And that is a combination of the four. All of the great jerkbait qualities you want in a jerkbait are packed into this thing. If you want to go check out this jerkbait, you can go get it now. There's an ad on it on the Bass Mooch YouTube channel, on the Bass Mooch Instagram, everything, that you can go check out this jerkbait. And it comes in all our great colors. The colors that I have on hand with me right now, it's Pro Blue. Oh boy. This is Ghost Bone Minnow, so like a translucent, more minnow style color. Another Pro Blue. Green thread fin, so you got like a white with a little bit of green back, and then Hanky Panky. So which Hanky Panky is this color right here. This is like Hank's signature color right here. It's just the same color. So those are my 4 favorites that I have used so far. But if you're wanting to, if you have not looked into these baits, these jerk baits, and you want a cheap jerk bait that does all the stuff, all the other jerk baits, and doing more, you need to go look at these. These are freaking awesome. So if you want to go check out anything that I mentioned, the rods, the Profound Outdoors baits, jigs, bait bags, any of the gear, I will leave the link to bassmooch.com. You can go down there and pick up all of this gear and use code knuckleheads15 at checkout and save 15% on your whole order. So if you're ordering $100 of the stuff, it's $15 off, so on and so forth. These jerk baits are going to go quick. There's a lot of pre-orders for them, so go get them before they do go. But there's 16 colors, so go check them out. But that is all I have for you in today's videos. Tournament videos are going to start rolling out pretty soon. But if you did enjoy these videos and you want more product showcase videos, please hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also hit the sub button if you are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.